This is Cathedral of Evil mock, a Gothic cathedral that I designed specifically for the upcoming Unfinished Quest sequel. In this video, I would like to give you some detailed overview, show you some nice tricks that I had to implement in this building. But before we continue, let me give you some context. Last year, I released Unfinished Quest. Shortly after that, I started thinking about continuation, mainly because Unfinished Quest has this open ending that leaves me some space for continuation. So I thought that it will be nice to start Unfinished Quest Part 2 with introducing the main villain. And this is Zastam, the evil red necromancer. Having the main villain character is one thing, but the second thing is that we need to basically prepare some kind of environment for this evil character. And then I started thinking about the first small proof of concept, which is like the very simple part of the Gothic Cathedral. I took two 16 by 16 plates and I've built very simple Gothic Cathedral scene. I took a few pictures and then I realized this is a pretty nice scene that I could actually animate inside. So here's a very first stop motion animation scene I created using this proof of concept. I must admit, I was very impressed with the results. The atmosphere, the vibe was absolutely amazing. So I knew that this is a good choice for the villain character, and now I can continue testing it out. So I used the same scene, but now I just wanted to test if Zastam can actually cast some spells on other minifigures. And this is the test animation number 2. The second animation also looked fantastic, and then I knew that this is a good starting point that I can use to develop the story from. Of course, I couldn't just use this proof of concept, and I needed to build something much bigger. This is where the first version of Cathedral of Evil happened. I just took two 32 by 32 base plates and I built the first version of Cathedral of Evil. And now you can see what this first version of Cathedral of Evil looked like. The first version of Cathedral of Evil looked actually pretty amazing. Those LED candles added a lot of value to the whole atmosphere. The red glass windows looked very evil and gothic. So basically this first version of mock was very promising. I took a few pictures, I was experimenting with a few minifigures here and there. I even created a small stop motion animation test just to see if this whole mock actually delivers what I needed. This is the second version of Cathedral of Evil that you are looking at right now. This is still work in progress and it will evolve. I will explain it later in the video, but this is basically what we are having right now. This is not only a display model, but this is mainly a movie set model. What does it mean is there are some clever design choices I had to put into action just to make this a mock like a valuable asset to use it as a movie set. So there are a few things that are detachable. Let me show you right now. First of all, I can detach the back wall. And this is pretty important because I was thinking that I will probably need to shoot some scenes and put camera over here. And to make it possible, I just need this space to be openable. Also, those two walls can be detached simply. And here it is, like the top floor wall with red glass windows. This is what it looks like. And of course, the the lower floor also this wall can be removed. So let me detach it. Voila. And this is what this wall looks like. Camera, this angle. So this is pretty simple wall, as you can see. I just used some masonry bricks. I added some textures here. Nothing fancy, just something that doesn't look that plain and simple. But after removing these walls, now you can see that the model is very open, and I can actually shoot the scene from almost any angle, right? I can put camera over here, I can put camera here, I can put camera here as well. So these are the walls. One thing that is also very important in this model is the lighting, and let me show you what I used to light up this set. Here is the main panel with 10 slots for the pin connectors. This is Kimi Fun lighting set. It uses USB cable, to provide the electricity. So it's a very simple solution. And as you can see, it can be just attached to any. It can be attached to any plate or base plate. So you can just put it anywhere you want. I just hide it over here. And there is one interesting trick that I also used. There are LED lights behind those red glass windows. And let me see if I put it over here. You can see there is a light coming over here. But of course there are, and if I just take it off, it goes off. And what I use here is this magnetic connector over here with the supported plate over here. So basically I can just put it over here and turn on the lights. And if I want to take it off, I will just take it off and it will work without any cables, because otherwise I would have to have some cable over here, and always remember that if I want to remove it, I need to remove the cable as well. And this is just like a recipe for a disaster when you just forget about it and you can break the cable this way. So let me put it back this wall over here. Voila. And I just use those bricks here just to support it so it stays stable. So this is one thing. There are of course those candles, and I hide the cables here, so there are no cables visible to anyone. And there are, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can. Maybe I will just grab the camera to show you the other lights over here. Okay, and now you can see there are those small LEDs here used as well. They just give some nice cool white light, and they are just connected over here. There is some small cable management here as well, and they are connected over here. So this is just to add some like atmospheric light. I'm gonna turn off the lights, my key light and the other lights, so that you can see what this set looks like when there is no light in the room. So let's turn off the first light. And let's turn off the second light. And now you can see the set with those LED lights turned on. I can also turn them off and turn on again. This is basically the idea with those lights, is not only to use them during filming session, but also just to make this look amazing as a display model on a shelf. Okay, I will just turn on the lights back again and we can continue. So let's put those walls back into their place. this one. Okay, and this one. So as you can see, I mean, this is still work in progress, and some of those things may actually, even change in the future. What's next is this model will be extended, just not for the purpose of displaying this model on the shelf. I will display it just on those two 32 by 32 base plates, but to use it as a film set, I need to extend it in the front. So I actually started working on that, and in the next video I will show you the results. But now you can see it will have two 32 by 32 base plates, one over here, the second one over here, and there will be just walls. That the balcony will be continued here as well. So basically, when I want to film, let's say I will put camera over here, when there will be minifigures just walking towards the Zastam necromancer, you will see that this is just like a full cathedral, and not just some black space behind those characters. It will look like a real interiors of the cathedral. But this is something that will come shortly, and I will share the update in the next video with you. So that's about it. This is the Cathedral of Evil mock. Let me know what do you think about it, and if you are still watching to this moment, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.